command. What are you wishing, dear creator being? What are you putting out into the field? Be mindful of your words, be mindful of what you're putting out, and be mindful of what you're accepting through this time, because more of that is coming in. And if you give hello, 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 good morning. Well, good morning from London. Anyway, today is my recording day, so I'm going to try and upload some videos for you. I felt I needed to get on here just to, sometimes we need to see a friendly face and someone that we feel a resonance with and feel a sense of peace and calm, because we are going through so much change right now, and you are many souls. You are at these crossroads, that are inviting into new spaces, and that can feel quite daunting for us as well as confusing, where we feel the changes happening within us, but we're not quite seeing the changes on the outside. Whilst also others are going through huge twists and turns and redirections at this time, where they thought they were going in a certain direction and now they're going in completely the opposite direction, and they didn't realize, and they didn't think that that would be the beginning of 2025 for them. So 2025 is a number 9 year, and it's about completions, and there's completions happening in relationships where karmic connections and karmic relationships are ending, where we are moving into 5D space. 5D space is about eternal love, a love of a higher vibration of, the love of the divine, but also in another human being experiencing that love and that higher form of love in another connection that can hold you energetically, mentally, emotionally, physically, on all levels as a whole being. That level of love is coming in this year. And I'm going to do another video on masculine, feminine, divine unions. My nose is going, so the guides are coming in. I've got Mary Magdalene here, and Yeshua, and also Buddha and Lord Ganesh as well. Melchizedek is here, and Metatron. So a lot of the 12th dimensional beings are here with me. And they just want to hold you. They just want to hold you. Mother Mary's also coming in at the moment, because there's a lot of messages to give through this time. So, we are moving to the higher vibrations, and we will stay aligned with the higher vibrations and the energies that are coming in, the miracles that are coming in. Your sexual energy is becoming ever more potent and powerful. So your ability to manifest as a master alchemist is getting really strong. So you got to be very mindful of what you put out into the field, what you say, how you say it, what you believe. Your words have power. They are spells, and they create in that quantum field. They start to create the energetics for that vibration. So we've got to be very mindful of what we're putting out into the field at this time. So there's higher love coming in for you, dear ones. There is a higher love coming in for you, undying love. When I shuffle the cards, I have lots of messages to give, but we will trust the messages as they come through. There is undying love for you. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So many souls are coming into your life as you ascend to these new higher timelines. And if you've been doing the work on yourself, and if you've let go of something just in the last few months, the last 3 months of 2024, if you released something, you have now stepped into another timeline, like a quantum shift has taken place in your reality, and you are attracting a rare timeline in that is connecting you with a soul that you've had infinite lifetimes with, that is also picking you up on the signal. It's like a signal that goes out into the universe when that says, I'm ready to experience a deeper love. I'm ready to experience more fulfilling love. I know I'm deserving of that level of love, and so that level of love comes in. And you've had lifetimes in infinite infinite timelines and infinite lifetimes where you've been together, and that person is now finding their way to you. They may look different to what you expected, and this is a time to let go of your expectation and to ask yourselves, what do I really desire when it comes to love? What do I desire in a connection? What do I desire? How would I want to be received by the other? What do I want to receive from another? Do I want them to be able to hold me, to communicate with me, to listen to me, to see me, not just my human self, but my soul self, to hold me and where I can be vulnerable. I can continue to open my heart, because as we continue to open our heart, we can go into these deeper caverns of cosmic love, and that is inviting us forward. But if we cannot open the fullness of our heart with someone, then we cannot go to those spaces. So I have talked about that on my Instagram, that we want to, if you're in a connection, you have to keep holding back your love, then you're not going to be able to open your love and go even deeper and get to know yourselves on a deeper level. Whereas if you can open the fullness of your heart with someone and be totally vulnerable and open and raw and express the fullness of you, all of you, without holding anything back. Imagine, imagine that is 5D love. And that is what we're allowing and anchoring through this time. That is what we're calling in. So, undying love is coming in where you've had lifetimes with certain souls in other realms, other dimensions, other realities, other times. It's an infinite love, it's an eternal love. And those souls are coming back into your life, and you will recognize them. Your heart will recognize them. And look, she's got the heart around her neck. So I've never noticed that before. She's got a beautiful heart, red heart around her neck, and she's got her heart open. Yeah, the heart remembers. The heart remembers these special connections. And so it's to be open to, it's flying off the table. This love is coming in so fast. It's flying to you. It's flying to you. That's what Spirit's saying. You will be guarded and protected. So Archangel Michael is very present. You will be guarded and protected when this love comes in, because it is precious, because there are new worlds that we are building through this time. There are new harmonics that we are laying down for a higher level of love. So the grids and the structures of a higher form of love are being anchored on earth so that we can experience these 5D realities and experience love of a higher vibration. So souls who are coming together now, who have such a deep bond over infinite lifetimes and eternal love, those souls are coming in to support you through this time, to build the energetics of love on a whole other vibration, which is really beautiful. Multidimensional love, soul love, where you never forget the love. Your heart always remembers. And they are the ones that are building the new energetics for us as we take ourselves to these higher vibrations now. There are new opportunities coming through this time, something that's going to surprise you and that you weren't expecting. Expect the unexpected, I'd said this year. Expect the unexpected, be open to change, be fluid, surrender through this time and let go of control, because you cannot know what's the gifts that Spirit is bringing in for you. The most important thing for you to do is focus on your inner world, focus on your alignment, focus on what you deserve in love, and focus on continuing to open your heart and going with the flow of wherever the journey is taking you, staying in the present moment, noticing your mind and thoughts and your thought patterns and your words, and changing them up to a higher vibration, letting go of anything that is holding you back, relationships that deplete you, energies that take from you. We are closing those chapters this year. We are closing those doors. We're saying no more. We're focusing on loving ourselves, knowing what we deserve, letting go of energy drains that just take from us and take from us. It's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced through this time. And in 2025, it's got to be balanced. So, golden opportunities, important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. um, the way I see timelines is sometimes we get attached to something in the past that is not serving us. It's not giving to us. It's actually depleting us. And we stay in these cycles because it becomes a habit, and it becomes an addiction. But actually, if we step back and we ask ourselves, well, what is this relationship actually giving to me? Is it giving me anything? And if it's a no, then you have to cut that cord and say, you know what? I deserve better than this. You have to be willing to let go. And when you are willing to let go, this universe and spirit will bring you something more aligned because the universe is abundant. And sometimes we get so fixated thinking if I let this go, then there's nothing else out there for me. That's absolutely false. That's a belief you have that you must release because the universe is abundant and there are billions of souls on this planet, and the universe will align you to. It's about frequency. The universe will align the person that's meant to come into your life. So, can you let go of what's not serving you? Can you allow yourself to step into the unknown? And even if you need to be alone for a while, it's okay. Because in that process of being alone, you are learning to get to know yourself. You're learning to, there's a lot of energy moving through from the solar plexus as I speak. So let's just let that energy up. And let's just breathe into it. So Spirit is saying, know that you are deserving. Don't doubt what you deserve. Allow yourself to have, the energies that want to come in for you. And if you are on your own at this time, or you're being forced into a cocoon to be on your own, is to focus on working on yourself, focus on your inner alignment, focus on loving yourself unconditionally, focusing on what you deserve, looking at your beliefs around love. And aligning to a higher vibration through this time because love is coming in quantum ways, and I constantly are hearing this, and this is the energy that we're going to stay aligned with through this time because we are moving towards source and the 5D vibrations, and there are many beautiful souls coming in to meet you when you are ready for that level of love. So the heart has to keep expanding. You don't want to keep holding your love back. You want to be able to open your heart gates, open them wide, and then you can go even deeper and have such incredible experiences through this time. So you are blossoming, you are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Don't ever give up on yourself. Honestly, don't ever give up on yourself. Even if others give up on you, don't give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your vision. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on the knowing that you can have your happy ever after and the love of your life. I truly believe that. But we have to clean up the energies within us and what we are deserving of. And Spirit says, you are blossoming at this time. Look at that. She's just opening her wings and she's opening her heart to receive. So it's important to know that you are blossoming. You are, like I see the sexual energy going to a whole new level, and we are becoming master manifestors through this time. So what are we allowing in? If we are master manifestors and if we are creators, what are we accepting, and what chapters do we need to close? There may be some forgiveness that needs to happen where you're still holding on to an old dynamic, an old relationship, and you haven't forgiven them for the experience that you had. If you don't forgive them, then you're still holding anger. And if you're still holding anger, you're still in the lower vibrations and you're still attached to them, which means they're still draining your energy and they're living rent free in your mind. Can you release them with grace and trust that Spirit will take care of things? But you've learned your lesson. Release the energy and move on. Send them forgiveness. Thank them for the lesson. Know that there is always karmic justice and you don't need to know. You just need to focus on moving on and cutting that cord and detaching from that energy so that you have space to bring in what's coming in for you. So, vast, independent. Yeah, independence, your sovereignty, being sovereign, thinking for yourself, creating your own timelines. We are all here as creator beings. We are all souls on our individual journey. And sometimes we forget that and we get attached to someone else's reality. We start living in someone else's reality and then we become miserable. So we have to remember, we all have our own timelines. We all have our own experiences to have. We are all on our individual journey. So it's being independent, but also being interdependent, which is the energies we're moving into. No longer staying in codependent and and dependent dynamics where one is more powerful than the other, or they're imbalanced or toxic dynamics. We're moving away from toxic dynamics. We're moving into healthy, wholesome relationships that are this reciprocal, where I am receiving and you are receiving, where we can love each other and we can all grow together, expand together, see each other, support one another, and respect each other, right? This flow has to be in the energetics through this time, not one being depleted and the other one rising. That's not the energy of 2025. It's not the energy of the new energies. It's not the energy of this time. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and your success. And I absolutely believe this. You have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to know your power. You have to know yourself and your desires and your timelines that are unique to you, your abilities that are unique to you. Can you stand as a sovereign being in your truth, in your alignment, and then with healthy boundaries, and then you meet another soul and you have this beautiful connection where you can love each other, support one another, but you still don't lose each other in the connection. That's really important. You both have your own journeys, you know that, but then you can also be together. Those are the types of relationships that are coming in for us through this time. Shield yourself, says Archangel Michael. I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, my home, with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. So, through this time, Spirit is asking you to surround yourself with the highest love and light. When you are growing, you may trigger other people's fears, insecurities in themselves because you're expanding and they may not be choosing to expand, or they may not be doing the shadow work that you're doing and have done, and the healing work that you've committed to. They may not be committing to that. So you can get a lot of projectile vomiting from souls when you are expanding, right? So it's to shield yourself with love. Know that you are guarded and protected. Surround yourself in a bubble of light, source love, and just keep going on your journey, knowing that you deserve the highest form of love, knowing you are protected, and knowing that Spirit will guide your steps every step of the way. And they will, honestly, they will. So I talked about forgiveness. It's come up again. Opportunity to forgive. This is an opportunity to forgive. This is about closing those chapters, number 9 year. Close those chapters, forgive the past, forgive them, let them go. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, to grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Yeah, we are moving to a higher space of peace and compassion. And as our awareness expands, as our consciousness expands, we can see from higher bandwidth and a higher perspective that, okay, I chose to have an experience with this soul. We were learning lessons from each other. I have learned my lessons and I'm moving on. I thank them for the experience, but I choose to no longer stay in the experience. I've taken what I needed to take from this connection. I forgive them. I don't hold any resentment towards them, and I move on. Yeah. So when we are able to see that from a higher perspective, as with souls having experiences, you may have come into a family dynamic to restructure the dynamics of that. Restructure the dynamics of that energy. If you were in an imbalanced relationship and you came to balance it, what you're doing is you're restructuring the whole dynamic in the quantum field and bringing more balance. So you may have gone in to do that. Or you might be clearing some karma that you need to clear from past life. You're cleaning out this lifetime. And then when you know that karma has been cleared out, you stop staying in those cycles because it's done. Your soul will know it's done. You will know it's done. There's no more growth there. And anywhere where there's no more growth, you have to then move on because you are here, you are an infinite being and you continue to expand and grow. So it's really important to ask yourself, am I growing in this connection? Or am I being stifled? Am I staying just out of obligation? Am I happy here? You know, am I losing myself in this connection? Am I with a person who's also wants to grow and expand and is doing the shadow work that I'm doing? Because if they're not, then you're going to go like this. It's just natural. That's how energy operates. If one person is not growing and the other person is growing, you're going to, at some point, the elastic band is just going to stretch so much that it's going to snap and you're going to be gone. And then you become totally disconnected from the relationship. There's no more love there, and you're just existing together, but staying in a dynamic that is no longer aligned for you. And Spirit wants more for you. Spirit wants more for you through this time. Spirit wants you to experience the deepest, most fulfilling, the word they're giving, orgasmic love that you can ever imagine. You know, in 5D, things are shifting. Like we don't look at connections the same way. I mean, we're doing the sex alchemy schools of Hathor and Isis, and you know, sex magic was an using our Kundalini to create heaven on earth, to create the world that we desire. It's so potent, our creative life force, and yet we've suppressed it. We've suppressed it. We've suppressed it, and this is a time to bring it out and allow it to spin up and create the life you desire. You are a creative being. Use your sexual power, your sexual energy that is so potent to create the miracles in your life. And when you do that, there's Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. I love that. And she's handing a baby over, but it's a seed, right? It's a seed of creation. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Yes, yes, yes. You are a creator being, and your prayers have gone out into the universe and they're coming to you at quantum speed. But what are you putting out into the universe? Honestly, it's like genie in the magic lamp. Your wishes are, and your commands are being heard. Your wish is my command. I hear the genie saying, your wish is my command. What are you wishing, dear creator being? What are you putting out into the field? Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of what you're putting out, and be mindful of what you're accepting through this time, because more of that is coming in. And if you give yourself permission to have the very best and accept your highest timeline, when you know that you don't have to put up with chaos, conflict, imbalanced relationships, where there is no love, there's no understanding, where people's souls don't get you, the moment you detach and release that energy, then the next energetic can come in and new souls can come into your space. And many new souls are coming in at this time. Many, many beautiful new souls are coming in to meet you, to have adventures together, to have new experiences together, and to go on these heart, soulful, loving journeys together through this time. So, your wish is my command, is what the genie is saying. Your wish is my command, dear master. What are you wishing? And on that note, I am going to close this video. I think that's a beautiful message to finish on. So have a magical day, and I'll be back shortly with another video for you to receive. Okay, everyone, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.